Hello, welcome to The Writing Engineer. I've heard many people talk about what you can and can't do as an author. And one of the things that I've noticed that many people say, and I want to weigh in with my 2 cents on this particular issue, is that authors, once they have written their first book, they cannot skip to a different genre. Today, on The Writing Engineer, genre hopping. So, genre hopping. What is genre hopping? Well, most of you should already know that, but just in case there's a few people who have no clue what I'm talking about, genre hopping is the practice of writing books that encompass different genres of fiction. Science fiction, fantasy, fairy tale, whatever, mystery, romance, etc. Most people don't do this, but occasionally there comes along a person who does it rather successfully. First one that comes to mind is Joseph Lalo. He's written the Book of Deacon. He's written several steampunk novels, in addition to science fiction novels, which I personally really like. He's also written a book which is it's really strange, but I really love it. It's about it's called a pizza dragon. And you might be like, what the heck is a pizza dragon? Well, it's half dragon, half pizza oven. You really got to read it to kind of get the whole idea. It's a really fun romp, and I'm not even sure where one could categorize it. But the point is, this author has done a phenomenal job at writing in many different types of genres, and there's no reason why the rest of us can't do the same. The issue that someone may run across is if you happen to write books that are really vastly different in both tone and genre. You can write science fiction, fantasy, fairy tale, history retellings, you name it. But if you hop from genre to genre, and one is really kind of violent and over the top gory, and the other one is more sort of not really suitable for any age, any reader, you may have to be a little more careful with how you market your books. There's no reason, I believe, that you can't market your books to anybody and everybody. But some things might not be appropriate for, say, 9-year-olds to read. I'm thinking of my own first book, Amara's Law. Well, there's several scenes in there that are rather gory. I would not feel very comfortable giving that to a younger reader. They might not be ready to handle that type of violence, if you will. And I know people will say that children are more advanced than we give them credit for, but I really feel that if we don't expose young minds to that type of violence and gore, things would probably be a little bit better off. Anyway, the whole point of this particular rambling YouTube video is to say that you should feel free to write whatever story comes to mind, whether that story is an action-packed science fiction quasi-horror book, or whether that happens to be a story about the Tooth Fairy, who runs across a mystery and is trying to solve it using her own personal investigative skills. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the issue. If anyone else has any opinions, please feel free to list them below. If you like today's content, give me a thumbs up. If you thought this is going over old ground and we already know what people should be doing and writing all the time and whatever, give me a thumbs down. As always, my contact information is listed below. My website, my Twitter handle, Facebook page. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening. My website, my Twitter handle, Facebook page. All right.